That's with Michael Jackson.
Nah, leave Mike alone.
Mike's off limits.
We're live already. Hey, folks. In case you didn't know, Lionel Richie can't talk through that plastic face. Breaking news. Broke hair first by Tiffany.
Yeah, because that don't make no sense. He should not be talking about Michael Jackson, especially through his face, what his face look like right now. What he should be doing is just giving him respect, and that's it. I don't understand how people going to start talking about people when you should have had all that energy when he was alive.
When he was here. Right.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But anyway, welcome, folks. Welcome to another Sunday of the Black Therapy Show. We have our returning champion, Brian Simpson. Brian was on. He's been like the most the guest that we've had on the most. Where it got to the point where some people actually thought that he was now a part of the show. So when he disappeared the last couple of Sundays, I got some messages going, "Hey, what happened to Brian? We thought he was part of the show." I'm like, no, I borrowed Brian for a couple of Sundays, and so I decided I don't want to overstep my boundaries. But so I asked him to come
okay,
back.
bro. I'm only halfway here, so.
Welcome to North Carolina.
Whoa, that's funny.
You see that?
Right.
All right. So today we have several topics to talk about, and these are the hot topics for the week. Early in the week, you guys saw there was a video of a white teacher in Florida who sang happy birthday to a black kid 6 years old. She sang the regular birthday song, and then for some reason, we all know of the funny happy birthday, you look like a monkey. I heard it when we were in Barbados. We used to sing it as a fun song. Funny
you
song.
said look like a monkey. I've never heard no monkey song.
You
I never heard a monkey song either, Tiffany.
Oh,
I
wow.
never heard no daggone monkey song. I'm not calling my kid no monkey.
No, but I've heard that before, but it's not, to sing it to a kid in school, that's just crazy.
All right, Tiffany, I've never heard the monkey song before.
You never heard the monkey version?
No.
Yeah, I heard.
The black people are calling their black kids monkeys. I mean, we do affectionately, privately, but back in their birthday party, when we got guests over the house.
Yeah, the way we used to sing it is happy birthday to you. You come from the zoo with the monkeys and the donkeys. You look like one too.
No, that is horrible. I don't know who taught y'all that nasty ass song, but we would not dare say that to our children.
But in America, I get where, but where I'm from, it wasn't seen as offensive.
Oh no.
But
I've heard it before.
You've heard it before, Brian?
Yeah.
That's very offensive. That's very offensive.
Very offensive.
Matter of fact, called birthday party, probably jazz with.
Also, we're gonna talk about the ICE raids in Chicago. We've all seen ICE landing a helicopter on a building in Chicago. Some people are saying the building is predominantly black and Trump is going after black people. And then I saw videos where some people are saying that the building there's some black people, but the majority of the people were some Colombians, a lot of gangs from Colombia. But so I'm not sure what's the true story. If Trump was really going after the Colombian gangs that were in that building. So I'm not even sure because I saw videos on both sides. And so those are two main topics. And anything else, Blackly Black, as we know. I did mention Lionel Richie has a new book out, and in the book he's going after Michael Jackson, but we no need to talk about that because Lionel Richie is not allowed to speak through that plastic face.
Yes, thank you, Carl.
And so I guess we don't want to talk about Chris Brown not allowing dark-skinned women in his circle either. So
we heard about that before. That was a long time ago.
I didn't know about that.
It surfaced again. Yeah, Chris Brown does not allow dark-skinned women to meet him backstage or something like that.
Wow.
So there's.
I've never heard that. I never heard that for it.
I heard that long time ago, and I don't even think it's that serious because he run into the very sexy dark skinned woman. I don't think he gonna turn his face.
Yeah.
Was he married to a dark skinned lady? Okay. Interesting.
There's a kid in Michigan. You said, Tiffany, that
yeah, it was a young man from Michigan. He was in the bathroom with some of his friends, and one of the boys had a gun, and he dismantled the gun, and took out the bullets and threw the bullets out and everything, like saved lives. And because he didn't run straight to the teacher and tell, he got in trouble, and now he's suspended from school. He can't go to any school in his district. And I don't understand. I believe he saved lives. It wasn't his gun.
Yeah. Yes, but he got suspended from school for 1 year. And so, of course, everyone is, up in arms. But anyway, we're going to get the show started. And hey, Highly Favors in the chat. Jeff Shorts in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Jeff Short said, when he looked at the comments about the Happy Birthday Monkey song, apparently white people have heard of it, but most black people have not heard of it.
Yeah,
but I heard that as a kid back in, way back when I was a kid. We used to sing it.
Same here.
It's just to be funny, you know what I mean? So, but
I don't think it's funny.
So was it
It's just like when Jamaicans call their children picnic. That's
right.
for pick a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't, it's just a slang that they say when they call their children. But I'm not, I never heard that song before. And I know I would never sing that to my nephews or my nieces, Little Monkey and all of that. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
if she sung it to the whole crew, if she sung it to other students, it would be a problem. If she sung it particularly to a black kid, that's kind of a problem.
Well, that's what she did.
Was she white? I didn't see the video.
Yeah, she was white. Yeah.
I'm going to show the video. We're going to get
Yeah, show us the video, please, Carl. We know you have it.
we gotta get things started.
We don't own the rights to this content. We don't own the rights to the music. We are protected by fair use only. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Again, everything is a legend. This is educational and entertainment purposes only.
All right. So here is the Happy Birthday song that, and I have my own take on it, on this whole fiasco. But here we go.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you.
Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like 1, 2. Woo! Give a clap, everybody. Happy birthday, legend. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like 1, 2. Woo!
As a mother of a little black boy, this is not okay. This is absolutely insulting. All the BLK kids just staring in disbelief like me. Imagine if your child was treated like this at school, and instead of just letting him enjoy his birthday, the teacher decides to sing him a second birthday song and then calls him a monkey. Do you know how that feels? Some people might say, oh, it's not that deep. But yes, it is that deep. Back in the day, our people were constantly compared to monkeys, our features were mocked, and that history still carries pain. So when someone says that to my child, it's not just a joke. It's disrespect, it's harmful, and it shows they don't even realize the weight of their words. And this is why I tell other black parents, be careful about sending your kids to predominantly white schools. Because things like this happen and our babies end up being the ones hurt. It's not okay, and it's something we cannot keep ignoring.
Yes.
So that fucking bitch ass fucking teacher in fucking Florida that sung that fucking happy birthday monkey song to that fucking little black boy at elementary school. Let me tell you something, you raggedy trifling fucking bitch. And these motherfuckers talk about, oh, she go to such and such school. Bitch, fuck getting that bitch fired. Like, y'all bitches do the fucking most. Check the fucking temperature, bitch. We going into 2026. Why the fuck y'all keep playing these fucking games with us the fuck like that? Then you gonna sit there and talk about, oh, you look 60 years old. Bitch, that little boy looked like he was about 6 years old. And I want to know where his parents are, because, bitch, I would stump a mud hole. I don't promote violence, but let me tell you something. Bitch, play with me like that. Play the fuck with me like that. See, y'all play too fucking much. Check my fucking story and watch that fucking video. Y'all fucking teachers, we try to protect y'all because we know these kids be doing a lot. But some of y'all bitches do the fucking most, and some of y'all parents don't do the fuck enough. Because if you ever play with minds like that, we got a fucking problem. I fucking promise you that. And bitch, your problem is not worrying about looking for a new fucking job. That'll be the least of your fucking worries, ho.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all the schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation, oh my God up above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Sunday of the Black Therapy Show. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live. Kevin, I think you might want to mute and then come in when you want to talk, because we're hearing like a buzzing sound. So I mentioned our topics today, and our first topic is the video you just saw of the white Florida teacher that sang the Happy Birthday Monkey song.
I think you should mute it because he's driving, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, it's muted. Yeah, so we saw the video. For me, it was very uncomfortable to watch. I felt for the kid. I don't know if the kid, I couldn't tell. I don't know. You guys can tell me.
I felt the kid uncomfortability. I felt it. Because it wasn't like it was a happy song. It says you look like a monkey and you smell one like two. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't a happy song. So when you said you heard this song before, y'all sung it in the West Indies, that's some slave master song. They was slinging them. They was calling y'all monkeys. That's what the hell they was calling y'all. That's dead wrong. That was horrible. That she shouldn't have did that. And then the rest of the kids is white. So now you putting inside the little white kid's head, this is the little monkey. No, I'm sorry. I'm with the last girl that cursed their ass out real bad. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brian, your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where she needed to read the room. I like you, Carl. I remember it being, saying everybody would sing it to everybody as kids, when I was growing up down in the South. But I'm with Tiffany too, that when you look, as a kid, you don't know the history really of the country. But as you get older and things, and you realize that a lot of those songs like that came from racial, just racist mindsets and things, to where they were picking on us, calling us monkeys and all this kind of stuff. You kind of figure that's where it came from. And and today, there's too much information out there for you to not know that it is an insensitive thing to compare a black person to a monkey. You know better today. There's no excuse. There's no
excuse. And this was in 2025, right? Like what, recently, right?
Right.
And I know it went viral. So I know she about to have a sensitivity black class. How dare you sit there and call that only black kid a little monkey? Then it wasn't like the monkey was he was happy. He was looking at her like this just called me a monkey and say I stink after my mama washed me today. Please.
Kevin, I'm gonna come to you, but when I watch the video and you see people going crazy, don't you think that racist white people, when we get upset about stuff like that, doesn't that make them happy? You know what I mean? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like when they
make them happy.
Like when they see that they made us angry.
I think they don't even know what they're doing. They're actually surprised. Remember, they turned into a victim. They were like, "Oh my God, did I do that? I didn't mean it like that. I didn't feel like that." They turn immediately into a victim. So I think some of them don't even know what they're doing until you call them out. But then you do have evil ones out there that's probably just doing it just to get a lick out of something. Just like those two white boys that went to the HBCU college. They did that just to antagonize them, just to bother them, to get an oomph out of them. And that's how it is.
All right, so I'm going to play this video, Kevin, then I'm going to come to you. But this sister kind of agrees with what we are saying, that, like, how can they not know? How can white people in 2025 not know?
Right. Let me be clear. White people no longer get passes with me. No microaggressions, no macroaggressions, none of it, period. You scroll TikTok just like I do. You've seen the videos. You know what a Karen looks like. You know what racism looks like, and you still choose to be it. Coworkers say to me that I speak so proper considering my background. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? So I took my ass right to the manager and said, that comment was highly inappropriate. I'm uncomfortable and it needs to be addressed immediately. I go into straight Karen mode on their asses and I don't care. I'm going to use my voice every single time. The same voice that my ancestors would have got their asses whipped for. I'm going to say it. I'm going to call it out whenever I see it or whenever I feel it. You don't get to use that excuse that you don't know anymore. You know, and you actively still do the same exact shit you've been doing for decades and decades and decades. It ends with me. Are you going to hear from my ass every single time?
Yeah. In 2025, how could you not know? So Scooby D2 is white. Let me just say that. And he lives in London, but I don't think he understands that he lives and goes through the world differently than we do. Here's what Scooby said. He said, "In fairness, my folks will call me a monkey, a cheeky monkey." Yeah, in London, in England, they call you a cheeky monkey as a term of endearment. Sometimes folks get called chunky monkey, and I love the program monkey, so it can be innocent. I honestly don't know whether she. I don't think he finished what he was saying, but he's saying he was called a monkey and he doesn't have a problem, basically.
Well, he's right. You don't have to have a problem, Scooby D2. You can be all the monkeys you want, baby, but we don't get called no daggone monkeys. Now, what Kevin got to say? Sure.
Yeah. All right, Kev, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I don't think black people called Scooby D2 monkeys. I'm just saying, black people don't use that as a term to hurt you. White people were called black people monkeys as an insult, not affection.
Right.
So when Scooby was being called monkey over in England, it was a word of affection in that culture. But black people have been called monkeys and chimps and all sorts of stuff by white people as an insult. And I think that's the big difference. There were some stats that came out. I did a survey about 2 years ago, and they were saying that most white people in America have black friends and don't live. I have black friends. Most white people that you see every day, the only interaction they have with black people is on their jobs. So if you go into a restaurant and you see somebody white in there waiting at tables, like they're going back to a white neighborhood. They don't have black people. So a lot of these people, guys, a lot of white people aren't around black people outside of their appointment. That's what the study came out with and proved. So that's how in 2025 they're sensitive to this stuff because they don't know us. The only thing they know about us is what they see in movies, stuff they see in movies and TV.
What's what they was taught.
That's what they know of us, or what they're taught. Yes, and they're taught a lot of our culture is taught through media, through our music, through movies. But they don't know us personally because most of them don't have black friends. The most segregated
Only one, too.
The most segregated place in America is funeral homes.
What?
And cemeteries. I'm saying, funeral homes and cemeteries is the most segregated place in America. Because if you die, and everybody on this panel is black, we're not going to be buried by white pallbearers, or we're not going to get shipped off to a white a funeral home to take care of our body, our family. Our family's going to look at it. I say yellow pages and show my age, right? Our family's going to look up and find a black pallbearer to come get our body and take care of us. A funeral director, what are you going to call it, right? So,
hey, Kev, can you move your phone so we can see your face? I can see like your earring.
What, you missed me, Carl?
You know what?
Okay. Damn.
And your mom watching also. I'm sure your mama wants to see her son's face too. So
yeah, see my face.
Yeah.
Let my mama know. You let your mama know I'm doing 75 miles an hour on Interstate 95. Okay. So look,
don't blame nothing on us.
If something happens to me, it's Paul's fault. My last words be Black Derby show, kiss my ass. So look, so seriously, so we're still very segregated, even though it don't appear that we are. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm saying they don't know us. They're not around us. They have no black friends. Most of them don't have black friends. And the only time they see us when they get on their job, or and work next to a black lady in a cubicle, or a black guy, works as a sheet metal mechanic next to a white guy. And when that job's over, they go back to their different neighborhoods. And you can, I hang out with them, in my neighborhood, the neighborhood, but my neighbors are white. My next door neighbors, I don't know them from Adam. I can, we don't communicate. And they live next door to me. So it's just, these people don't know us that well.
That's it, period.
So, and that's my theory. When she sung the song, and she may have, she was being recorded, so I don't think she was trying to be malice if she's being recorded. I think she's just stupid and didn't realize that she was stupid to a black kid. Now,
they're about to get a monkey wake-up call.
Yes, that is true. But with that being
said, they're about to get a monkey wake-up call. You just don't say.
Have she sung that song to a white kid? That's what I would like to know. Now that could be her defense. And if they can find her on tape singing that song to another white student 6 months ago or a year down the road, then that's her defense. I sung this to Bobby last year during his birthday party, and he's white. So if that happens, that proves that she's just naive to what she was doing as far as us, saying something sensitive to black people,
I don't think so. I think she did it especially for him. I think she did it especially for him.
They do know sometimes. Yeah, they do know sometimes, though. They don't know all the time. I bring black people on stage doing my show, and I'll do jokes, and white people will bust out laughing.
Kevin, I think you're freezing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You my ass come back to me.
He said come back to him.
People know what they're doing. I don't know if you guys seen this video where this Asian. Well, she looks Asian. I don't know if she could be half Asian or half white, but this brother was at some event and he said something. He said something to her and she told him to fix his skin. I don't know if you guys seen this video where she told to fix his skin color, and then she played victim. She claimed that so in 2025, is it possible that some white people just don't get? I don't know.
No.
But
no, it's too much information out there. It's too much information. Like the sister said in the video, she said you scroll TikTok like I do.
Yeah,
and there's, I mean, if we knew in the 70s, in the 80s, now. So I'm with her. You don't get a pass for that. This teacher sounded young, so she might not have known. And just from the context of the video, and when the other kids when she mentioned singing the other song, and the other kids were kind of like, yeah, it sounds like it's something that she probably did before, but that's no excuse. You got to read the room. You don't call black people monkeys, period. You just don't.
I don't think they look. I don't think they search. I don't think that they really bother with us.
They don't have to.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in a way. Yeah, some people. I think like the younger generations because they're so connected with black people and trying to learn, our culture. But I really think they don't get it. Come on, we were speaking to Trump supporters. They don't get it.
They don't get it because they don't have to get it. They're the ones that are in what I call the pole position in society. They're kind of out front, so they don't have to get it, but we're the ones that end up dealing with that. And then they kind of try to control the narrative like, oh, I was just playing, or I was just kidding, or that sort of thing. But it doesn't matter. You don't say that. I mean, everyone knows certain things that you don't say about Jewish people. Everyone knows that. There are certain jokes you don't make.
Facts.
There are certain jokes you don't make.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Nobody messes with Jewish people.
You don't, right? You better not say anything about Jewish people, and you shouldn't. What they went through was horrible. You know not to make jokes about Japanese people in a certain way. You're not going to make certain jokes. That's offensive, but we're the only ones that it seems everybody wants to tell you to not take it so seriously.
All right, or call us a slave or something.
Right. So if you're going to take the Jewish people's culture seriously, as you should, then take mine seriously. If you're going to take the atrocities that Japanese people have suffered, as you should, seriously, take mine seriously. Take my trauma seriously. Do not try to minimize my trauma. You don't minimize Jewish people's trauma. You don't minimize Japanese people's trauma. Do not minimize my trauma.
That's right. Facts.
But Brian, don't black people, don't we play a part in that when we call each other, the N-word?
I was going to say the same thing, Carl. If your mic is still on.
Say again?
What's that, Kevin?
I don't know if my mic is on. I was going to say the same thing, Carl, what you just said. Some of that is our fault because we disrespect each other publicly so much in front of other people that they go, okay, these guys don't even like each other. So why should we respect them when they don't respect each other? And we show all the time in Madison that we don't respect each other. I mean, even going back to the Will Smith Chris Rock slap, and I'm a big fan of both of those guys. And I bigger Will Smith fan than I am a Chris Rock fan. And maybe because I kind of know Chris Rock. I worked with him before, but so he's not as magical to me as Will Smith is. You know what I mean? So, but just that. Like Brad Pitt would have never smacked. I don't know, name another young white actor, right? It would never happen. So,
please don't put Jada was a part of that too. If she didn't give her man that stupid damn look, to defend her, which he didn't have to do, she should have just said forget it and leave it alone. But it was her that pushed him.
But I'm gonna push a little bit. I'm gonna push back a little bit, Kevin. And I'm kind of referencing this is something I thought, but I remember Tanisha Coates making this point about that with the N-word when, we use that amongst each other because we were called that so much. We basically took it, drained all the vitriol out of it, and we turned it into a term of endearment. So that's our word now. And so people love to act like, oh, we don't understand why we can't say it. But women joking around call each other the B word all the time. And so it's like, there's no confusion there that when, if like, let's say Tiffany were with one of her female friends and they were like, oh, bitch, please.
But that's not an insult to people that
I understand that's not.
Right.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. But see, the thing is we understand that she does not mean that in the way that if I were to say it. In the same way, if I say that to you, Kevin, I don't mean it in this vitriolic, you're stupid, horrible way. We don't mean it the same way. That's our word. Now, with something that you did say that I do agree with, Kevin, we used to not say that in front of white people. We didn't do that. That was our conversation, but now it's all over the place. But still, even still, that's our word. Whether we choose to use it or not, that's our word. So they know, they understand that they understand the difference. They just want to say it so that they can just use it so they can, oh, I'm just playing. But no, they know what they're really saying. They know why they can't use it. They just want to gaslight. One thing that racists do, racists will gaslight you. They will gaslight you. They will pretend to not understand just to try to argue with you. So I don't even engage with them with that. I'll tell them, well, if you want to say it, I got a good street that you can say it. Go down to Crenshaw, down in LA. Go say it down there. Go to the 5th Ward and say it.
And scream it to the top of your lungs.
Go say that in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that. I still don't think that even if we hijacked the word and made it something nice to say amongst ourselves, I still think it's not a good word. Because at the end of the day, whether it's an A on the end or ER on the end, it's still, at the end of the day, it's the same damn thing. Just my personal opinion. I mean, and I use the word with my friends or whatever when I'm talking to them. I might drop. Now, I don't use the word around white people. I would never say that word on stage. And I know some black comedians that do say that word on stage.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And it drives me freaking nuts when I see a black comic drop the N-word on stage.
Yeah.
I had a black guy on TikTok the other day that was making some very, very good points about what's going on right now in America with this Trump administration. And I wanted to share his post, but I couldn't share it because he was calling us niggas. And he was using the A. He was using the A, but he kept calling us the N-word. Even if he put an A on the end, he kept referring to us as niggas. And I was like, man, I can't share this. Now, if you were making this point about using the N-word, you were saying some dope shit. And I would love to post that on my page, but I can't post it on my page if you're calling me the N-word, because now you're still giving them that edge, you know? I know why black people use the N-word. I know why, gangster rappers used it. NWA was the first one to really use it in their music. And they were just basically rebutting the police officers.
Right, it was niggas with an attitude. Right.
Calling them niggas with attitude. So that's what they started calling themselves. They good attitude. It was a rebuttal.
Right.
They weren't calling themselves niggas. They just were rebutting with the racist white guy.
What the racist was calling, especially after the riot.
So I understood. And then it caught on. And then every rapper started, gangster rappers started using it, not knowing or thinking why, Cuban and
you're breaking up. You're breaking up, Kev. You sound like you ate a robot.
All right, Kev, we gotta pause you for a second because you're frozen.
Okay.
All right.
I don't like the I don't say the N word. I don't like it. Too many of our people were hung with that word, disrespected with that
Right.
word. You know, I don't like it at all. I don't even like it when people from other cultures say it. When you got Spanish people that say it, it bothers me because you didn't see not one Hector or Miguel hanging on no damn tree. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't like it at all. I like you said, it's our word. We had to deal with it. I don't think nobody else should say it at all. You know. Also, I stopped calling my girls the B word and stuff like that. I had to grow out of that because my mother will flip on me. Okay, she hated. Even when I say
Right.
2 or 3 curses, she looks at me with the name of Jesus, and I get nervous. So I can't really say, you know, be like, "What's up, my bitch?" Like back in the days, I'd be like, "What's up, sister? What's up, queen?"
Right.
You know, to try to give that energy because we have to talk to each other better. We have to
Yeah.
give each other better respect. I think that the men should stop saying the N word and start saying bro or brethren or just stop it. It's just horrible because then you saying it's okay for the white people to say it because they want to say it in the songs. And if you listen to all the songs, even the young lady Doshi, I think she was good, but every time you turned around, it was the N word. Nigga, that, nigga, that, nigga, that, nigga, that. You like, wait a minute, y'all making a whole song out of this. And they don't have to put it in their music. They
Right.
don't, but they choose to do it. Why? Because people will buy it, and the people that own them love it. You understand? Because we talk down. That's talking down on our energy. So again, we should stop the N word. You know, we own it. It's ours. You know, that's it.
Yeah. I mean,
And
and
real quickly, white people use the B word too. You know, white women call each other bitches. The first time I ever heard the word bitch used was from a white woman. I think I was watching a TV show back in the '70s, Dallas. It used to come on TV back in the
Yeah,
day.
you went way back,
JR,
and that's
right.
probably where we
yeah,
first heard
and,
it.
and, and, and JR's wife
I never
called the other
heard my
lady
mother
a
curse.
bitch. You know what I'm saying? So white women call women each other bitches for years. So it's not just a word used by African Americans.
No, no,
Put
no.
that.
I wasn't saying it was black women. I just used Tiffany because she's a woman. I said
Yeah.
women, not black women.
Hmm.
Right.
And yeah, not black women. But I'm just saying it's one of those things that we know. I know the connotation that it would have if Tiffany said it to one of her friends, white, black, or whatever.
Hmm.
Just like they know the connotation when I say, if I were to say it, Kevin and I were talking. As I've gotten older, I'm 52. I don't go around just saying that. It's kind of like I grew out
Right,
of
we
it.
grow up.
Yeah, you grow out of it,
Yeah.
but it's one of those. I see Holly Favor said it's not our word. We were given that word, and I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying that was a word that we took.
Right.
We took power. We took control over that word.
Hmm.
Given to us or not, that was a word that we took control over because we were tired of we were called it so much. It's like we took it and we're like, no, you call us this one more time, I'm gonna bust you in your mouth.
Yeah, like
And
Yeah, but
so it's
nobody
like,
Brian,
else. Right.
Brian, we're
Hmm.
still there though because we could call each other the N word, right? And it's not a problem. But if a white guy walks up to you, you could be hanging out. You and I could be hanging out, having lunch, and calling us N word all day. White boy walk by and go, "What's up, nigga? We're gonna be ready to whoop his ass." So
oh,
they
we're gonna
still
No,
whip
own the
he
his ass.
word.
don't supposed to.
Yeah, we gonna whip his ass.
He
You
don't
know what?
supposed to. Mind
That's what I'm saying.
your business.
So that's
We're still gonna whip
here's
his ass. That's what I'm saying. Right. So, so they still own the word in a sense, then, right? Because they still can say it to offend us in a sense.
yeah, I get it, but that's where I go back to no. You respect my culture, you respect my trauma, you respect everything, you respect mine like you respect anyone else's. Again, I don't walk around saying it and everything, but the question that I have for people when I would get these gaslighting racists that would want to ask that, they were like, well, why can't we say it? My question to them is, why do you want to say it?
Right.
There's so
Right.
many things. There are so many. I mean, our culture is copied by everyone all over the country, all over the
All over the
world.
world.
The world. Why that word? Why? I mean, we say all kinds. Everything we say gets popular. But why do you want to say that one so bad?
Hmm.
I put it right back on. And why do you want to say that one so bad? And then that gets to the crux of the matter. No, you just want to be racist. You're trying to be funny.
Do I have any no white rappers have used the N-word, right?
Well,
Not that I know
they
of.
know.
There's only one white rapper, and that is Eminem. But just recently, I think we just saw where somebody did a whole a song about hanging people on a tree.
Yeah.
And they was
No, he's
white.
not a rapper. He's a racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't call him a rapper, but yeah.
Some people just go too far. Just go too far.
No,
so nobody on the panel agrees that when we use the N-word, taking the power out of it. Are we taking
say that one more time, Carl?
Well, the saying is that when black people use the N-word amongst each other, they're taking it back. They're taking the power out of it. They're taking the sting out of it. So
listen, don't say it at all. That's what we're saying. It doesn't make sense. It don't sound cute. Okay? Don't say it. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care. Black, white, Asian, Chinese, anybody. Don't say it. We don't like it.
I do think we've outgrown it. I do.
Thank you.
If the N-word were retired by everyone, I'm not going to lose a wink of sleep. I'm not. You know, I think that it would be good. But my thing is, in the meantime, while it is not, you don't get a pass for saying it as a white person. You don't get a pass for saying that.
I don't even care if you got black nigga kids. You better not say the word.
Yeah, we should. I think the words should be retired, but that's going to be hard to do.
Yeah,
because everybody uses it now. Everybody uses it now. You know, it's part of our culture.
But it starts in your space.
It has to become cool. Something cool. People stop doing it. You know,
right.
But,
No, I really don't like this robot you ate.
Hey, Kev. All right. We're going to move on to our next topic, which is we've all seen the raids in Chicago.
No, I can't hear Carl.
Can't hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
We hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to move on. So we all seen the raids in Chicago where President Trump sent federal troops into Chicago. From the videos I saw, they landed a helicopter on top of a building. They broke windows. They did commando style. They took everyone out of the building. And people are saying it's an attack on black people, and black people are next. And I'm going to show a video where people are saying, well, we told you guys that you black people are next. But they're also...
Okay. I wanted to ask you, sorry. Is it federal and ICE, or just federal or ICE, or it's both that's doing it?
I think it was both, because federal and then ICE, the immigration, I forgot what ICE stands for. They can make the arrests, and they're, the deportation process. That's what they're.
Okay,
but I hope this is an AI video, but I saw a video of a baby in zip tie.
I don't know if that's true or not. I heard it twice. Then I heard somebody said that was fake. Now, if they put in little kids in zip ties, now that's a bit much. I mean, are you doing it because you don't want the little baby to get away, or you want to show him how it feels to have handcuffs? I don't know. We need to know if this is real.
All right, so here's the first video.
I don't even know how else to say this, but ICE is detaining black people in Chicago right now. Not tomorrow, not a rumor, right now, and the governor already said it. Record everything. Narrate it, ask for badge numbers, and if they refuse, you still get them on camera. Because we all know, if it's not documented, they'll pretend it never happened. But let's be real, we warned y'all. We said if you ignore what ICE was doing to immigrants, if you stay quiet because it wasn't your community, they were going to come for us next. And here we are. Nobody listened. Nobody believed. And now it's happening. And honestly, it just feels like nobody ever cares until it touches them personally. Like we've been screaming for years that this system doesn't stop, it only expands. And still, silence. So yeah, I'm saying it again. Whether or not it's your people, whether or not they look like you, this is not okay. It was never okay. But it's happening, and it's happening to us now. All we can do is record it, speak on it, and hope somebody finally cares before it gets even worse.
just saw another content creator post on this and I need to comment on it. She talked about how ICE is now detaining Black people in Chicago. And then she goes on to say, oh, for all the Black people that weren't supporting Latinos or didn't think this was going to happen to you, look what's happening now. Get off your high horse and you need to support them and I can't believe you, blah, 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 blah. No, not fucking having it. I'm tired of Black people being blamed for every goddamn thing. I'm tired of Black people being blamed for every goddamn thing. Fuck y'all. We tried to prevent this, especially Black women. 92% stood 10 toes down to prevent all of this shit. We done told you this shit was gonna fucking happen. Y'all didn't fucking listen. We were there on November. Where the fuck were you? And now you see the aftermath? And let's be so fucking for real. There are so many Latinos who do not fuck with Black people. You have hella anti-Black fucking terminologies in your fucking, in your community. You always worship white skin. Your novellas are full of people with pale fucking white skin. You do not honor or even acknowledge Afro-Latinos. You don't fuck with us. You don't fuck with us. Don't pretend. When your back is against the wall, then you want Black people out there fucking marching and fucking fighting for your rights, because the rights that everybody has in this country, if you are not a fucking white male, the rights you enjoy are because my community shed our fucking blood to make that possible. And then you get to turn around and enjoy rights that I still don't get to fucking enjoy. And then you want to come for Black people and say, oh, like we have some type of power to stop fucking ICE? If we had that type of power, we'd stop ourselves from being fucking victimized. And then they have the nerve to say we're next? God damn it, we've never not been fucking on the goddamn chopping block. It's never been a period of time where we weren't fucking targeted. We're always fucking targeted. Always. And y'all care some fucking times when you are having the same experience. When Asians are being targeted with fucking COVID, all of a sudden they can relate to what the fuck we were going through. When Latinos are fucking experiencing something, then you want solidarity with us. But otherwise, y'all are fucking trying to align with white supremacy. You're trying to curl up with fucking white people. Asians saying they don't like affirmative action in colleges. You don't give a fuck about legacy admissions. White people getting into college because their grandfather got to go to college because white supremacy made that possible. We can't do legacy admissions because they didn't fucking let us go to school. You don't give a fuck about that, but you want to bitch about affirmative action Asians? A lot of Asians don't even fucking vote. Fucking Latinos, you want to think you're better than us. But when the shit targets you, then you feel like Black people owe you something. We don't owe you a goddamn thing. The reason why we have gynecology that women get to enjoy is because Dr. Marion Sims tortured Black women, cutting into us without anesthesia, without fucking any care, none of that shit. We've always been targeted. We've always been tortured. We fight and die to give you guys fucking rights. And then you want to separate yourselves from Black people and align with white supremacy. And then when white supremacy turns on your ass and treats you just like fucking us, then we're to fucking blame? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Black women were the only ones who showed up in November last year to prevent this shit. We were the only fucking ones. But because you guys are so fucking racist and so fucking sexist, you wouldn't put a Black woman in the fucking presidency. You wouldn't do that shit. You still trust white supremacy and you put that fucking Nazi in the goddamn White House, and here the fuck we are. Don't you ever fix your mouth to come for fucking Black people. If it wasn't for us, none of you would have any goddamn rights. We built this fucking country. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you?
Well, she said it. I mean, she was
loud and clear.
She said it loud and clear, and I need to say this loud and clear. Scooby D2, her earrings is not handcuffs, okay? Those is wooden circle earrings, okay? All right.
And let me say this. Elections have consequences, and she made that very clear. Elections have consequences. We've had 1 million people come on this show and dog out Joe Biden. Egg prices are high, gas prices are high, and dog out Kamala Harris. Dog out Democrats. I was going to say this, and I know Democrats aren't perfect, but there are no Black kids, helicopters landing on Black kids' roofs, and they've been snatched out of their bedrooms.
Cash, because they didn't have the balls to do it, but we already see that Trump got them saggy balls. Okay, that's why he's doing it. Okay,
right. And I mean, and she said, I mean, there's really nothing that you need to add to what she said. I mean,
it's the truth.
We stood up for this. What was it? 92% of black women, 78% of black men. We voted for this. And we, during that time, were telling everybody, Latinos, Asians, look, we got to go out to the polls because if we don't show up, this fool's going to get back in office. And here we are. They sitting there down. What was it? Cuba. The chick was sitting there up on stage. I would vote for Donald Trump. And sitting there singing and all this stuff. And here we are. And I want to say it was her saying that. And then her husband got deported.
Family members got deported.
Yeah, one of her family members got. So it's like, look, don't come for us. Don't come asking us to do anything else.
We can't do anything.
What else do you want us to do? Like she said, like we got the part. What are we supposed to be? Just like put capes on and go out and stop ICE? No,
we
tried to do it. And y'all wanted to choose to align with white supremacy. The problem is a lot of people don't understand that there is a caste system in America and black people are on the bottom rung of the caste. But if you know how caste systems work, there always has to be a scapegoat. That's the way a caste system, when something goes wrong, they want to blame somebody. And it's usually the one at the bottom, which has historically been us. So even with whether it's Latinos or whoever trying to blame us, that is still you trying to align yourself with white supremacy. You're trying to blame us. No, look at your own community. You guys wouldn't stand together against this. We were fighting for your rights then, trying to get you to realize, and it's not all Latinos, I understand that. But as a whole, the Latino community voted for Trump, and here we are. So it's like, what do you want us to do?
No, it's nothing that we can do, but I'm going to be honest with you, and I've been telling my co-host long time, they was not letting Kamala be in there as no president. They wasn't going to do that. This country is built on whiteness. They was not letting that colored girl to come in there. They wasn't going to do that. Please. They was already mad. They still mad, as Kev said, they was mad over Obama stuff. So now they had to bring somebody super white, super crazy in the White House. And now we got to ride this out. We got to ride it out till his makeup fall off.
Right. So, and when people say that, as far as asking us what to do, particularly our Latino brothers and sisters, I'm like, look, we have the primaries coming up. Or midterms, rather. We have midterms coming up. What are you going to do now? Because we've shown what we're going to do.
Yeah. You see Eric Adams in New York. Eric Adams he dropped out. Now it's Zamani and Cuomo, and I don't know who this Zandati is. He just came out of nowhere quoting Martin Luther King verses. I don't know him. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, I saw you in the community and I saw you doing stuff for people. I can say, okay, I saw him in the street doing stuff. But I never saw him before. I don't know what's going on with him or what's going on now. Cuomo, he's a totally different thing. If I had to choose, I'm going to choose Cuomo because I'm going to be honest. Cuomo did the pandemic good, but then he had his negative also. But nothing is perfect. You understand? It's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. And this is how election been feeling for the past 15 years, 20 years. You damn if you do, you damn if you do.
Right.
So here's a video about the Chicago. Kevin, you going to say something?
No, you go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, brother.
I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher says she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She says she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen App video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Neighbors tell us there were dozens of ICE agents. Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. That's all I kept asking. Where's the morality? Where's the human? One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Watson says budget trucks and military-style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
The FBI did confirm this morning that they did help the U.S. Border Patrol carry out a targeted immigration enforcement operation in this area, and they say they have been supporting these efforts at the direction of the U.S. Attorney General.
I woke up to a loud flashbang. The only thing I did, I got my kids out. I seen a lot of troops and guns pointed at my window at 404.
Dozens of federal agents raided an apartment building in the city's South Shore neighborhood early this morning.
My apartment right here in the front of the school.
Neighbors, though, who were in the middle of all of this say they are shocked to have been treated this way.
We got a public school right here. We got daycares right here. I can walk you through the building right now. Every dope still kicked in. Everything still flooded and messed up. They still got kids in that school right now.
Children were also let out of the building.
What 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old want to go through any type of situation that is in life?
They were on the hunt for people accused of drug trafficking or who had outstanding weapons charges.
They consider this a drug-infested area, but it's not. We have families living here. We've been here for years. Just come out and see what we living like. Come out and see what's going on. Don't judge us. I'm speaking from the heart, and I'm speaking really. Is it safe for me to walk up and down the street with my kids? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why they had to kick. Well, I mean, is it necessary to kick doors in and, terrorize people? Are they really going after black people? You think, is that what you think?
Well, word on the street,
black
it's
people
not black people. Well, what I'm hearing, it's not black people that they're looking for. They're looking for, immigrants, and stuff like that. Now you heard what she said. If you have warrants or you have anything, your ass is going in. You understand what I'm saying? But if you didn't have those things, yeah, you was, detained for a little while and then they let you go, But just by you doing all of that, that still affected the community. It affected the children. It affected the families, It's the way that you do things, and we see that they don't care. A couple of sergeants said they was disrespected by the ICE people. And what's so deep is most of these ICE people are Mexican or Spanish or some type of Spanish descent, and they're doing this. They not having no empathy or sympathy. They just getting people out. So if your papers is not together and y'all got warrants or anything like that, y'all better get it together. And y'all better not be doing no gang violence because they looking to get y'all. They looking to get y'all. They ready. They all ready for y'all right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard kind of like what Tiffany was saying that they're rounding up black people, and this is what these were black people saying that they were rounding us up. But then I've heard people said that they were looking for immigrants, and migrants. So my thing is, if that's the truth, if you are looking for, people who have migrated here illegally, that's not the case with us. Mm-hmm. So why are you rounding up black folks? That we're here legally. I mean, it's not like you're talking to these are police in the area and everything. A lot of these ICE people are people who have joined and they're from the area. That the people that you were zip tying and taking in, they weren't illegal. So why are you doing it? I think personally it was a scare tactic. I think this is something to, like they've always wanted to do with us, keep us in line. I think this is
Mm-hmm.
something to send fear out to Black people. Don't you get any ideas?
Yeah, I believe it too. You know what? Something happened, and I want to ask y'all men, you know, how should I deal with this? My nephew this weekend, Friday, called us and he said, Dee Dee, something weird just happened. And I'm like, what? And he said, police came through his dorm room, opened up his room door with a master key, and had guns pointed towards him and told him to crawl out of his room, where they were all questioning all the young men in the house. They did take one away. My nephew was so in a state of shock that he was shaking, and the police was looking like, "What's wrong with you?" And he was like, y'all just pulled me out my bag. He ain't never have no interaction with police before. He's in college. You understand what I'm saying? He's trying to better his life, you know, so that he don't have those interactions. My sister moved down south, so they didn't have to deal with police violence or anything here in New York. For you to go to Georgia, to go to a HBCU, to get harassed in your dorm room by police and nobody tell you why. You understand? I felt so bad for him because, you know, him as a Black young man, you have to tell them that things like this is gonna happen to them. You
Yeah.
understand? And how my emotionally, I knew it was a lot for him because he's a young man. He's not used to that. So now when you hear these people talking about Chicago, how you have the kids and they hearing this and they seeing the guns pointed and stuff. That's traumatic.
It's
That's
triggering.
very
Yeah.
traumatic. What should I do?
Well, I mean, I got pulled over by the police. Well, I'm Black, obviously, and the cops would ask me, "What's my street name?" Like, what do you mean? What's my street name? You know, but do you think they would ask a white person, "What's your street name?"
No,
But
they
that's
No.
you know, and but I muted you, Kevin. But they just see us a certain way, and I, I don't know if they would ever deviate from that, or they just see us one way. And even back to the video with the lady singing the monkey song. I'm not even sure if there's anything that we as Black people can do to change anyone's mind about how they see us. They just seem to want to see us a certain way, and they just can't deviate, can't change from that. It's like you know what I mean? I
Well,
don't know if it's
it benefits them to see us that way. Again, America is, and I'll continue to say it, America is a caste system. It benefits for them. They to view us that way because in capitalism, in a caste system, there has to be somebody at the bottom. Somebody has to lose in order for somebody to win. And the moment they begin to stop seeing us in this way, the moment they feel they're going to lose their place. It's fear. They think that, and one of the biggest fears is that we're going to do to them what they've done to us. But
You're right.
we don't care to. We really, at the end of the day, just want to be left the hell alone.
Period.
But
Bless you.
period. Yeah, but they can't see that. They can't see that because they know the shit that they've done to everybody. So that won't allow them to do it. They know it's wrong. That's why I'm with the lady in the other video that you played. They get no passes from me because this is wrong. And the way I know that they know it's wrong is because they will see the same exact things that happen to us happen in another country, and they'll send money to help. They'll cry about it. They'll put flags for that country up, pray for France or whatever. But I'm like, that's the same thing that you guys are doing to us here. Don't cry for the people. You can cry for the people over there, but you can't cry for us because you're doing it to us.
And then we got to be careful too, because it be our own people. The cops that stopped him was four Black men and an Asian man. So
Wow.
imagine if it was white people. You understand what I'm saying? So regardless to what, we still got to watch out regardless. you know, for them and our own people that want to be on that side so bad, but don't get it that you will never be them.
Kevin.
Uh, we have the power to stop this. We're just not using it. I mean, we're more powerful, more richer, and more powerful than, look, we have Dr. King, Reverend Jesse Jackson, and John Lewis, and all those guys were in their early 20s, Rosa Parks. They were all in their early 20s back in the freaking 60s. They were outnumbered, outgunned. They had no internet. They had crap, nothing.
Right.
And they managed to get a civil rights bill passed and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Non-violence.
That's why we're at. So they did a lot with little. We just got to throw some balls. Excuse my language. These guys had nothing. Dr. King didn't have nothing. And these guys, they didn't have the internet to organize. They couldn't send out a tweet and get 1 million people to show up on the mall. He packed the National Mall with how many people? Just from word of mouth. Yeah. You know, he had no internet. So we're BSing. Jimmy Kimmel was a perfect lesson that we should learn from. Money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah.
They got Jimmy Kimmel back on the air because Disney was getting their ass handed to them financially. And there was a lot of black people that was canceling their Disney and their Hulu, among other things. So we have the power. We're just not using it. Let me tell you something. And I've been saying this on this show for the longest time. If all our black athletes said, F the Super Bowl, F, look, as Dale Hughley said, without black football players, it's rugby. If all the black NFL players was to say, hey man, we ain't playing this year, we ain't playing until we find out how this kid got hung and some justice is brung. This kid got hung, he didn't hang himself, and we ain't playing one football touchdown until we find. I'm just saying, we're not using our power. We're not spending no money. You ain't having no Christmas without us. You're not. Our dollars. We spend so much money. We ain't doing shit until y'all get off off our back and stop spending our money. Stop doing. Look at Target. Target got their ass handed to them when they took that DEI out. They did all sorts of stuff, having meetings with Al Sharpton and having meetings with the other reverend, trying to get black people to come back to the stores because they were losing billions of dollars because of us. White people didn't stop shopping at Target. We did. And they lost millions of dollars because of that.
Billions.
So, yeah, billions. I'm sorry. Yeah, they lost billions of dollars because of that. So our money counts. We don't have no Muhammad Ali's. We say this every week on this show. It takes our black athletes and our black entertainers to say, enough is enough. We ain't doing it. Yeah. We ain't shooting no basketball. All of us, not just Colin Kaepernick. Just think if every NFL player stood down with Kaepernick. If every other black player says, man, y'all get that man his job back, we ain't playing.
Yeah.
Y'all invite that dude. That dude killed that dude on the subway in that chokehold, and then JD Vance invites him to the fucking football game. We ain't running no football today. We ain't playing no football today. Not long as he up in that booth, we ain't coming on the field.
No, but takes that. Slaves got
it takes. Play. But I know, Tiffany. I know what you're about to say, and you're correct. They're afraid of losing their money, but you got to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna go down in flames. It's the only way out of this mess is for us to stand up for ourselves and take that whipping. It's gonna be a temporary whipping. It's not gonna be a full whipping because we're gonna come back from it. They gotta give you your jobs back. They have no NBA without us. Nobody's tuning in to watch. Nobody's tuning in to watch a bunch of white boys play basketball. Without our black players, without Steph Curry and all the other black players out there, there's no NBA playing this season. End the story. It ain't happening. Ratings gonna drop. Nobody's tuning in to see a whole group of white boys running down the court shooting the basketball. They need us.
Yeah.
They need us.
A lot of those players, they're not going to do it.
Look, Bad Bunny, they're bitching about Bad Bunny during the Super Bowl, right? Bad Bunny during the Super Bowl. Look, I don't know much about Bad Bunny. I tell you what I do know about Bad Bunny. He was supporting Donald Trump, and early on in this election back in November. It wasn't until that comedian came out and made the joke about Puerto Rico that he switched over and took his endorsement from Trump.
Yes, he
did.
Yes, he did.
He was a rich ass, famous Puerto Rican who was supporting Trump. But when the comedian came out and said Puerto Rican is an island of junk, garbage company, then he took his endorsement from Trump. So now he's at the Super Bowl and these white people tearing his ass up. I don't have no sympathy for him because he wasn't supporting the sister to begin with.
So what I
Bad Bunny
heard,
kiss my ass.
Hold on. What I heard is that he said he wasn't coming back to America to perform because of he did not want people to come perform and ICE be outside taking his people down. So he said he would rather perform in Puerto Rico. So he's been doing his residency in Puerto Rico. So if you want to see him, you would have to go to Puerto Rico. So now everybody is surprised that he is changing to say he's going to do the Super Bowl now, when he said he wasn't going to do any events in America because he didn't want none of his fan base getting captured by ICE.
Yeah. But the thing is, too,
but see, I don't know how to go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you good. You good. One thing that with him.
First of all, let me say real quickly: his fan base of Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Rican is part of America. So how's ICE going to grab Puerto Ricans when they're Americans?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah,
no, but you still got Spanish is a large array of people. It's not only Puerto Rican. He has Mexican people that watch him. He has Venezuela. You know, he has all different type of Spanish countries. You know that do it. But he said he didn't want to do it in America where Spanish people will come and see him and then they'll be worried about ICE.
Well, most
not
people,
just Puerto Rican.
But Tiffany, let me push back a little bit. Most of his fans can't afford the Super Bowl any damn way. The Super Bowl is one of the most expensive events.
I said, Kevin, you in my head. That's the exact thing I was going to say. Is
yes.
Most people can't. I mean, $7,000 has you in the nosebleeds.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Most people that are going to be Bad Bunny fans, you know, they're going to be watching it at home anyway.
All right.
So, yeah. So he's like 99%
of them will be watching. 99% of them will be watching on television, on TV.
They're going to be at home, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he took the position.
But it's But that goes back to my point. Football, I would say 88% of the players are people of color. They have no football without us. 80% of those players are people of color. Without the black, the Latinos, and the what's the other ones? The other guys that's in the league. I forgot where they're from, but those guys. Without them, there's no football. It's dominated mostly by people of color, like the NBA.
It's like
and football is the same way. Now, baseball is another thing. Baseball is mostly foreigners these days. You know, so I don't know how none of these sports can survive without the diversity. You know,
they need diversity. They make some money. We've been making money for them ever since we landed.
Well, how about that? And the other thing, it's funny that they worry about us. They don't care about us running the football, but they care about who's doing a 15-minute halftime show.
Right.
Kevin, I know you just talked about why we can't come together, why all the football players can't say we're not playing, and the basketball players. And just like how, remember how all the Jews came together and went after Kanye West?
Yes.
Right? All the Jews, Jews from all over the world came together against Kanye West. The Jews from Hollywood, the the Jewish guy that ran Chase credit card, the Chase credit card, the guy who ran, he took away Kanye's credit. They all came, all the Jewish actors in Hollywood, even friggin' Jewish plumbers probably wouldn't go, fix Kanye's pipes, right? All the Jews came together as one and took Kanye from a billionaire down to 400 million in like a one day, in 24 hours. And he was only having a beef. He was only having issues with Adidas, right? It was just him and Adidas.
Yeah.
And all the other Jews from all over the world saying, "Nah, you mess with them, you mess with us." And they just, you know what I mean? So why can't we do that?
But it's all right because he did that. He did that for a reason. I don't think y'all understand. It's a method to Kanye's madness. He talked so bad about them that they cut all their contracts off with him because they didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And that's what he wanted.
Yeah. And I think it's like you were saying, why can't we come together? I just think there's been so much division sewn into us that we as Black people, our community is broken. We don't we don't stand up for we don't stand up for one another. And I think, like Kevin said, I think it's fear. I think it's fear because we've seen what has happened to Dr. King. We saw what happened to Malcolm. We saw what happened to Fred Hampton. We've seen what happened to the Panthers. We saw what happened. Medgar Evers. The list goes on. Leaders. Yeah, the list goes on and on. So I don't think anyone is willing to sacrifice. I think we've gotten to a point to where it's like like they had the song back, hip hop song. You got to get your, I got to get your, or you got to get yours. I got to get mine.
Yeah,
so
that's the mentality.
You're out for yourself, and so that mentality needs to come back. Because like Kevin was saying, we have the economic power to shut things down. Look at if we learn from our ancestors back in the 60s, when they were like, okay, y'all got to sit at the back of the bus, they were like, fine, we ain't gonna ride your funky ass bus. And they walked.
That's right.
And eventually
they worked together.
Yeah, they worked together. I just don't know. We all did it collectively for Jimmy Kimmel. I think we all need to start. We need to do it. But who do we boycott in order to get stuff? That's the question I have for Kevin. Who do we boycott? Because I'm not asking you just to challenge you. I'm with you on what you're saying.
Stop supporting people that don't support us.
Yeah, but is it
I can answer that.
Yeah, go ahead. Because my thing is, who do we go at?
Well, first of all, we find out all the companies that sponsors this administration. For example, Home Depot. Home Depot, there's so many companies, and somebody put a list out of all these corporations and companies that give money to Donald Trump's campaign, gave money to Donald Trump, gives money, to all this different causes that's going on. So that's where you start. You start boycotting people that support this white supremacy regime. That's in the White House. You got to start there. You got to start boycotting Home Depots and wherever anybody, Coca-Cola, for example, just all these people that support them. It's the only way you hurt the businesses. The business start losing money. We spend $1 trillion a year on goods. We spend more money than any other group in this country on goods. And our dollar don't stay in the Black neighborhood. What they say for more than two or 3 days, and it's gone.
Right.
Because first of all, we're spending it with a foreigner who owns the store, and they're taking it back to their neighborhood. So I go to a place where I live at called Kennedy's. Now Kennedy's has some of the best chicken in the world, but it's in the hood. I got to drive down to the hood to get this Kennedy's chicken. The guys that run that are herb guys. They don't live in the neighborhood where they sell the chicken at. They go make that money and they go back to probably a neighborhood full of white people or neighborhood of people like them and spend that money with their people. They're not doing anything to better that neighborhood, which is not a good neighborhood that they had a chicken place in. It's not in a good neighborhood. Every customer that goes in there is black though. But they're not doing anything to better that neighborhood. They're not going to make a lot of money off the chicken. Let's put some trash cans out front. Let's put some money into the neighborhood, make the neighborhood better. Nah, they're not doing that. They're sending it all back to their country.
Yeah, a lot of people do not spend money.
We gotta smarten up.
Do not spend money.
It's too late. It's too late in the game.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late in the game for us. Like I said.
If you
look what I'm hearing from you, Kev, is we need to find out who these people are that back this government, and we need to stop.
That's right.
We need to stop spending money on that.
And let me say something about the Chicago thing real quickly, because my phone went out. AT&T decided not to put a cell tower for a long stretch of this highway. But what happened? Let me say this real quickly about that. That was a Black Hawk helicopter that dropped those soldiers off and landed on that apartment building. Who the hell is driving a Black Hawk helicopter? Because that's a military helicopter.
Military grade.
Like everybody can't drive a Black Hawk. Everybody can't just get in the Black Hawk and go, yeah, let me fly this over Chicago. You gotta be a special pilot. Like that's the U.S. military.
Yeah.
That's not ICE. Nobody, no ICE member know how to fly no damn helicopter. And ain't no federal agents most likely know how to fly no Black Hawk. That's a trained military guy. So so Trump got Black Hawk helicopters flying over the hood. Who gave him permission to do that? You have to have permission to do. You just can't fly Black Hawk helicopter. You have to have permission. You have to have permission to do shit though, because you just can't fly a helicopter without permission, because there's airports around there. There's airspace. I mean, it's all sorts of, like if I had a helicopter, I just can't pick it up and go, hey, Patricia, I'm gonna take my helicopter and go fly around tonight because I just want to take a look at the city. You gotta have some rules just to fly your shit. I'm just saying, Black Hawk helicopter is not a small helicopter. It's a big ass helicopter. It's a powerful helicopter. How did somebody just fly that helicopter around? I'm baffled by that. That is blowing me away that somebody was able to fly that helicopter just, into the hood and drop it on an apartment building. And that's our U.S. military is, our U.S. military is not supposed to be doing shit like that.
Not against
and see, we got,
no.
Where's our leadership? Like everybody's scared.
Because they down with them.
Right. The House is Republican control.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing that we can do. We just gotta sit back and ride this out. I'm telling you. And now we also going through a government shutdown. We can't forget about that. It's a lot of people that's not going to be getting paid. Because they over there politically fighting each other. Who's going to run this? Who's going to be in charge of this? It's just too much. And I feel bad because we do need somebody to step up, but everybody's too scared.
Yeah.
Somebody got to step up other than us.
Kev, you need to step up, Kev.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an amendment called the Posse Comitatus Act that's supposed to prevent the U.S. military from being used to police citizens. And so, Kev, I hadn't even thought about that being a Black Hawk helicopter. If that's true, that shouldn't have been authorized for use, not against U.S. citizens.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's only being used on people of color because of all these badass white people throughout the history. I ain't never seen a helicopter land in a white neighborhood.
No.
Ever.
No.
I'm put this in perspective. If President Obama had white kids being zip tied and thrown into the back of U-Hauls, this country would be freaking right now in World War III.
Oh God. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Well,
and we
it was a Black Hawk. I'm looking at it there. They said it was a Black Hawk.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a Black Hawk. You're absolutely right, Tiffany. Yeah, I heard it was a Black Hawk.
A lot of people are saying that the reason they're doing this, they want black people to come outside and protest so they can start shooting us.
No,
Yeah. That is true.
I said black people keep your behinds in the house because they ready for us. They are trying their best to provoke us. That Black Lives Matter movement with the George Floyd thing, that made them very upset. Okay, that made them so upset. They even saw their own people out there with tiki torches. I'm telling you. They are definitely upset about that. So y'all stay your behinds in the house because that's what they want. They want to use you as shooting range.
That is true. So but we ain't gotta go out the house and spend our money. We can withhold our dollars, from Amazon and all these other companies, these banks, whatever banks are behind this. So much people are behind this, it's behind this madness. And they gotta be held accountable. And like we held Target accountable for getting rid of DI, and they're trying to change their wicked ways now. Like I said, you see what happened. You see what happened with Disney. Disney's like, we don't give a shit what Jimmy Kimmel said. We're losing $400 million right now. Put this guy back on TV ASAP.
Yeah, matter of days.
Yeah. We don't care about Trump.
He got skin protection. Also, they didn't want to be sued because he didn't say anything that serious. Okay, what he said was serious, but it wasn't serious enough to say, "Oh, you need to get off. You disrespected somebody." No.
He don't have skin protection. If he had skin protection, he would have got kicked off the air.
But the thing is he was a comedian. He made a joke about Trump. Yeah, that's what comedians do.
Yeah, exactly.
Carl and Kevin, y'all know that. I mean, that's what you do. You make jokes.
But comedy is not like it used to be because now you got to be careful because they're censoring every damn thing.
All right, we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk a bit about, Tiffany brought this to my attention, the kid in Michigan, Tiffany, that dismantled a gun and was suspended from school for one year. 1 year suspension because another kid brought a gun to school and he dismantled the gun because he know how to. I guess his family, they're into hunting and that kind of stuff. So this kid knew how to dismantle the gun, took the bullets, and probably prevented a school shooting. But he was suspended. Here we go.
Savitra McClurkin says her son is being punished for disarming and dismantling a gun that another student brought to the Dwight Rich School of the Arts back in May and for not speaking up about it right away.
He didn't want to implicate himself in it, nor did he want to tell on the person that actually brought the firearm.
He was able to disarm and disassemble the gun because of his hunting background. McClurkin says in the moment, her son was scared and thought he was helping the other students around him.
It's devastating because he's a bright kid. And all he wants to do is be a kid.
At Thursday night's board meeting, the Lansing School District declined to comment on the issue, even after McClurkin took the stand during public comment.
He disarmed the firearm, removed all the bullets from another kid who was coming to the school to do God knows what, or you know exactly what he came to do. He prevented a tragedy from happening. Now, if it was me, I would have celebrated him in the entire city of Michigan. I would have made sure every single news coverage knew that this kid saved the entire school. But what did the school do? He expelled this 11-year-old boy for a year. Not a week, not a couple of days so they could figure out what's going on. They expelled him for a year. So everybody told them what happened and how he saved their life.
Yeah, so I don't know if they, some schools have a strict policies. I don't know if they're following the policies, by the book. But I mean, after hearing the true story of what happened, how they could suspend this kid, for a year. We know in America everything is about race. You think if he was white, he would have
They'd
been.
had a parade for him. Yeah, if he was
He
white,
would have made the
they'd had a parade for him.
he would have made
Yeah,
News 12, their
yeah.
local 12 news channel, and they would have hooray, gave him a key to the city, a key to the school park,
He
and
would.
all
He
of
would.
that.
I'm in education. I'm an author, of course, but I'm in education. I've been an educator in higher ed and K through 12 for 10 years. And yeah, there are rules and there are letters of the law, but there is no rule against dismantling and disarming a kid who brings a gun to school. There's
Right.
no rule against that. There's no rule against that. They are doing this and just being, like I said, in education, you see the agendas that are against black kids. The reason that happened is, like they were saying, he's a bright child. He is a bright child, and that is still intimidating to various people within the educational circles. It just is. They did it because he's smart. They did it because they want to punish him for being smart. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you punish somebody for saving lives? How do you punish someone for dismantling a gun in school and preventing somebody from shooting? I hope that she has some type of legal representation and that she sues the school. That should be something that I wish there were a black school system somewhere, Atlanta or another chocolate city, that would relocate that family and put him up. Relocate that family, put him in his correct grade, and let him attend school so he can matriculate on time. That's ridiculous. I hope
That's
she
what sticking
sues.
together is. That's what sticking
Yes,
together as black
right.
people. Making sure that we have outlets and places for our people when they're in need like this. We have schools. We have these things. You understand? This is how we make steps because it was very much out of order. You try to teach your children to be positive, to help. We don't raise them in hate. We don't raise them to hate other people. We raise them to be nice and to help people. He did a good job. How about if that boy would have went off and started shooting up everybody, and then he had to know that he saw the boy with the gun, and he could have did something with the gun. You understand what I'm saying? And he could have dismantled it, but he dismantled it and threw the bullets in the garbage. And what about his day? He didn't even talk to the teacher because, like he said, we don't want to snitch on nobody. We're not gonna be like, oh, he did it, he did it, he did it. No, we're not. We're not like that either. So I salute the mother. I salute him. And to be honest, if my school district don't want me, I'm going somewhere else.
Right. That's what needs to happen, and there needs to be. I don't know. Maybe on some of my social media platforms, I'll suggest that or something that money is raised for this kid to relocate and with his family, so that he can be put into a proper school district, because that's straight up, that's racism. That is racism and needs to be called for what it is. They are trying to punish and penalize a black child for being smart, because he did not do anything wrong. If anything, he did not just right, he went above and beyond.
And he didn't have to do it. It's the politics of the school system. That's what it is. You're an educator. It's the politics in that shit. Not only race, it's a politics go. That's why I didn't want to be a teacher. And I wanted to be, but then I started seeing that you have good teachers that want to do something. Or they trying to do more, and they get shut down by their higher ups or the school system. No, you just do what you're supposed to do and that's it. You understand? So that's why I couldn't. So it's the whole system. The teachers should have spoke up for him. The principal should have spoke up for him. The school district should have spoke up for him. Okay? Because
Yeah.
he stopped a crime from happening.
Well, the teachers did. From what I understood, the teachers did, the students did. It's as you said, it's the system, it's the school system. It's that the county. It's the board, because they showed that she was at a at a board meeting, because those are public, those are open to the public, to where she spoke out. And they just sat there and they listened, but they listened with the intentions of ignoring. I've sat in several of those, and that's what happened. When they already have their minds made up, they're just going to do what they're going to do. And so this poor child is suffering because of it.
That's right. It's horrible.
All right, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, but before we go, I saw this video and it was kind of sad, but I think we need to reiterate. And this is something I don't think we really think a lot about, but Black women, especially interacting with hospitals and white doctors, that's something that doesn't get enough attention because a lot of Black women, especially, are dying in hospitals. It's not because they're more sick than anyone. It's because the white doctors don't give them the care that they deserve or they need or they should get. And this is why Black woman put out a video. She doesn't really say what's going on, but she's just asking for help. She's obviously in a hospital and she needs help. And she's kind of warning other Black people, when you go to a hospital, just be careful because they don't care. I wish we can have more Black doctors out there who can take care of us. But
yeah,
here goes the video.
My name is Candace Rosal, and I'm making this video because I want people to post and share, especially Black women in America who have health concerns and struggles with health problems. I know I cannot be the only one. The way that I have been treated in hospitals for advocating for myself, the disrespect and the trauma that has been caused in my life when I try to advocate for myself in these hospitals. When I'm alone, I don't have friends or family here. I want you guys to share this video, and I want you guys to come forward, and I want you to share your stories and your testimonies with your experience on how you're treated as a Black woman in these hospitals and healthcare facilities and clinics. Please, I am begging you guys to please share this video. There has to be something that has to be done on a higher level. I am begging you guys, please, please, please share your story. Share my videos. Share your story. Black women, share your story. We have to raise our voices and come together. This is not right.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that literally brought tears to my eyes when I saw it because obviously she's not the only one. And I mean, if like we saw what ICE is doing and you know how Black people are treated in public, just imagine how they're treated behind closed doors. And you know, if they show us that kind of disrespect in public, like the police and you know, I mean, there's even stories of firemen who are not saving Black people just because they're Black, right? They're going into burning houses, and there are Black people trapped in those houses, and they don't save them just because they're Black, and they, you know, it's fun for them. So, but they are who they are, right? And I've said that on this show. They are who they are.
Carl, you remember a few years ago, Serena Williams went through the same thing. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
She almost died. She almost died. Yeah, she almost died because a doctor did the same thing to her. It didn't show her, you know, just send her home. Like, oh, you don't need no help. And here's a woman that's a multi-millionaire who still had a doctor almost cost her life. You know, she went to another. You know, she went somewhere else and got help, and it saved her life. She was that close to dying, right? So if it could happen to Serena Williams, you know, with her stature, it can happen to anybody, right?
No, it's real talk. It's real talk. That's another system, the medical system. It's the practice of medicine. We should never forget that. And also you have these people in the past 20, 30 years, you had people that really loved their job, that they loved what they was doing, they helped people. People are not doing that today. And also, again, as you said, it is a lot of backhanded where they think that Black women can deal with pain. You understand? Or they overlook us. Judge Hatchett lost her daughter-in-law from having a baby and she was internally bleeding and they didn't do anything about it. So
Yeah.
it's many cases out there. And another thing that touched me, you have a lot of people that don't have advocates for them. You understand? That's going to speak up for them. That's going to support them. If I be there every day. My mother been in that rehabilitation home for about a month. Been in the hospital since August, the middle of August. I've been there every day. I do not play those games. Okay, that is my mother, and I'm going to be an advocate for her, and I'm going to support her. And when you are there, and they see that you love your family member, and you are not playing no games, they have to respect you. And if anything happens to her, it's going to be a goddamn problem. Okay? Because that's your job. You are there supposed to help and assist people. I feel bad for that sister, but she's not the only one. It's
Yeah.
many people out there that are suffering in silence. In these
Yeah.
hospitals, in these nursing homes, in these rehabilitations, where they're not taking care of them and they're just doing their job, passing the time by, and people are just dying. Even with the women with the pregnancy, they're losing their babies or they're losing their own life because they're not thinking about these people. So again, we must choose the people that take care of us. We got to be very careful on who. If you feel a bad feeling, get away from them. You understand? If they
Right.
feel like they're not for you, move on. You understand what I'm saying? So we all have red flags in everything that we do, life, love, anything. So if we see something, we feel something that don't feel good, we must go with our first instinct. The same thing with men. If you feel something ain't good with somebody, with your lady or your wife or whatever, when they're in the hospital, please go with your instinct, because you would know if somebody's for you or not for you, because you got to be careful. They will take advantage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a lady I think it was a lady, Godfrey, I think comedian Godfrey posted this. I might have sent it to you, Carl. You might have missed it. I think it was Godfrey that I said, they were talking about, it was a lady who was, you got to Google it. She was recently convicted. I think she was a dentist, and she was she wasn't using sleeping gas or something like that on Black folks.
Yeah, local anesthetic.
Yeah.
Just to give them pain.
She's giving them light anesthesia shit that they needed more anesthesia for. Yeah, just give them pain. Yeah, I saw Godfrey talking about that. Yeah, so you're sick and racist as hell to do that to people. If you're not giving, I have no pain tolerance, so I'm jumping up out the chair if I'm in pain. You supposed to numb that shit.
Yeah, and mouth pain especially.
Going in there digging and stuff.
Yeah, mouth pain especially. Yeah.
And she's doing black.
Robot.
Yeah. All right, Kev.
Middle call. He sound like a
all right,
robot.
Kev, you're breaking up again. You need more cell towers. We're going to wrap it up, though. I want to thank everyone for checking out our show. Thank you. Highly Favored says she looked forward to our broadcast weekly. Highly Favored, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Nicole Coates just checked in.
You better rewatch.
Scooby D2, brother, you always have a lot to say. I don't know, Scooby. I mean, Scooby says some. I take it as Scooby. I want to say you're naive, or
he don't know.
Or he just
he's a white guy that just don't know. I'm telling you, white people
Yeah.
don't know because it doesn't bother them.
Yeah,
they don't know because they don't experience what we experience, and they look at it. A person like him, I would say, he probably looks at it through his own lens, and he thinks like, well, I wouldn't do that as a white person to somebody, so he may find it hard to believe that the person living next to him could do it. And so it is a naivety. I think it is it's a naivety to a point, because how many people do you have to hear in C saying the same thing over and over again for it to finally dawn on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I were,
hey, Brian,
yeah,
you know, I got a cell tower. Let me say this, brother. Chris Rock made a very good point. He said he talked to a homeless guy, and he asked a homeless guy, "Would you switch places with me? I'm a rich man. I'm rich." And basically, the homeless white guy was like, "No, because he'd rather be homeless, living on that cardboard box, than be a rich black man." That's how powerful. So they know. We're being too kind to Scooby-Doo too. He knows. Jane Elliott said the same thing. Jane Elliott was on a college campus speaking to a group of college students, and she says, "Which one of you would want to switch place and be black? Raise your hand." And not one raised their hand.
You're right.
So we can't act like white people don't know what we go through.
You're right.
It's been proved. If that white guy in the cardboard box loves his whiteness that much on a cardboard box in the middle of New York City, that he wouldn't give up that whiteness to switch places for a rich black man who's going home to
a white, bum, dirty motherfucker before be a black man.
I can't argue with you, Kev. I can't argue.
He's
with
going
you.
home. Chris Rock going home to a mansion in New Jersey in his Mercedes, and this guy would rather live on that cardboard box than be Chris Rock. That just shows you how powerful that whiteness is.
Yeah, thank you. It shows exactly how powerful it is, and it reminds me of what Lyndon Baines Johnson said. He said, if you can convince the poorest white man that he is better than the richest black man, he will let you dig all through his pocket. He will empty his pockets for you.
And that you just described 70% of Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Yes.
70, more like 80, 90.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. And as always, before we go, I'm going to ask Brian, did you learn anything on the show? Anything you want to share before we go?
That Black Hawk thing really, that Kev talked about, that really got me, because that says to me that there's even more going on behind the scenes than we know. And the Kev really got me too with the whole economic thing, that we're not using our power like we need to be, and that we really need to find out who these companies are, and regardless of how much it may hurt, not going to Amazon may be tough, but if they're the ones that are doing this and putting the most money in, and Apple, Micro, whatever, let's pull away from them. We've got to do that.
All right, Tiff, anything you learned or you want to share before we go?
This is a lot, but yeah, we do have to find the companies that do support him, which I'm gonna tell y'all is a lot of them. Not going to even think it's not a little. It's a lot of companies that support him. Also, we don't support each other enough. Okay, it's also our Black West Indians and Africans. They don't spend money with us.
Yeah.
They don't go into black stores and spend money. We spend money with them. You understand? And that's another reason why our dollar is not flipping like that. You understand? Because everybody is for themselves. So if we do want to build something, we're going to have to learn how to spend money with each other instead of holding money from one another and take it from each other. That's not good at all. And we want to also, again, I want to salute the young man from Michigan that did that. I'm really proud of you. I'm sad that our school system is holding you back. You understand? But this is how life is, Also, the monkey song, I'm not with the monkey song. I never heard of that monkey song a day in my life, and we will never sing it to our black children. I've never been to a birthday party where they sung that to a black child, because I probably would have been karate kicking everybody. Like, y'all better stop that. So I'm not for that either. So again, white people, take a black class, okay? Go on YouTube. They're giving classes all the time about black culture, what you shouldn't do, what you should not do. And that's one of them. Please use your sense, because now we making you think that something is really wrong with y'all, because y'all supposed to know better. The ice raids going on in Chicago. Listen, y'all knew that they was coming over there. Y'all knew that these people, the way Trump is rolling and his time, he's gonna do anything. Now that Black Hawk, I didn't know it was a Black Hawk either, because he's right. I didn't know it was Black Hawk until Kevin said it. But that's serious. Why do you need a Black Hawk helicopter to come down in the hood? You understand? So that's horrible. So again, I pray for those people. I pray that nobody gets hurt, because that's dangerous too. Because you can get shot, hurt, or if you make one false move. And that's about it. And I want to send love out to my nephew. I want to tell you that I love you, and I'm glad that you act calm and you was fine. That's another thing we have to teach our young Black men is emotional stability. You
Yeah.
cannot get upset. You cannot start flipping, because they be ready to shoot, to kill, and ask questions later.
Keep
They
your
don't care if
head.
you a good kid, you a good, we love you, you have family that love you. They don't care about that, okay?
Yeah.
Or as we see, these people do not have no empathy and sympathy for nobody. So I want to say I'm very proud of you that you held yourself down. And just know, Black men, this is a part of your life. And it's sad, because we don't want to have to tell you this. But it's a part of your life that you will get checked one day, or a cop will stop you. You understand? Because it's a part of
Right.
the game. So we
Sad.
send love out to the families, and make sure y'all like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you went through it, you're going through it. And the young lady with the medical, we send love out to her and hope that everything works out with her medically, because that was very sad to see that call. Thank you for making us sad.
Right.
Kev, anything you want to drop before we go?
Yes. Great show, by the way, everybody. It's like if Black kids being dragged out of bed at 3 a.m. in the morning by big giant white men in masks is not enough to make us go, enough is enough. I don't know what else will. I mean, we got to draw the line somewhere and go, okay, enough is enough. We can't have guys in fatigues and masks and military dropping gas bombs and helicopters in the hood. It ain't supposed to happen in America.
That's right.
And especially in 2025. So, to Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent and Nelly and Tommy the Hitman Hearns and I forgot the football player name, all these guys who tap dance for Donald Trump. Now y'all sitting back watching Black kids, babies being tied up by white supremacist Proud Boys dressed as ICE agents, and then you're awfully quiet. Y'all, Ice Cube, all you fuckers, Ice Cube, all you guys tap dancing for Donald Trump. And now you're quiet. That's all I gotta say. Be quiet. Where you at now, Nelly?
Right.
You talking about Nelly? I know you're not talking about Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly,
yeah.
Soldier Boy, Nelly, Soldier Boy, Nelly. There's only one Nelly.
He was tap dancing for Trump. Nelly
I
was.
Say he is. So I was gonna say we don't need him. Let him stay
No.
right up there with his dumb ass.
Soldier Boy, 50 Cent, Snoop, Rick Ross,
Dang.
All right, Kev. You need another.
Tommy Hearns. I'm a big fan.
God dang.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying. Oh, by the way, I'll be back in my lab on Sunday. Next Sunday.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right. So we're gonna wrap. Highly favored said it exactly. She said we are stronger. We are stronger together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are, but I mean,
bullshit.
Would we are stronger. We are stronger together, but would we ever come together to show that strength? Yeah, because all those celebrities and athletes, they won that check. They won that $1 million check at the end of the month or the week, however they get paid. You know what I mean? Yeah, all the protesting is nice, but when you're in a mansion,
you already got it.
when you're in a mansion and you have 100-foot TV screen and you have a pool in the middle of your house and you got a bowling alley in your house, are you really thinking about the people that that look like you?
Obviously not.
You know. So
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Carl. D.L. Hughley is worth $15 million. I know it's not a lot of money to some people, but the man's worth $15 million. DL comes out every day on his social media, on TV, and any other platform and gets in these people's ass nonstop. And that man's worth $15 million.
Right, but that's one that we need more like him, though. But
He can have the bowling alley. He got the mansion. He got the cars. He's worth $15 million, and he performs every week around this country in comedy clubs. And he puts his neck out every week for our people.
But I hear you, Kev. But that's one. We need a lot more like him. But I'm saying.
I'm just saying it can be done. It can be done. It can be done. That's what I'm saying, Carl. If he's doing it, other people can do it. There's a lot more people richer than him that can put their neck on the line.
Right. Right. Yeah. If we can get Denzel, that'll be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need those A-list stars, and DL's a star, but he's not an A-list star. But he's a rich man, and he's a star. He's worth $15 million. That's rich, and he's a star. He's not as big as Denzel. Yeah, you need those big stars. You know, I just saw Angelique Jolie post a video today, and she was going hard on Trump. There's people going after him. We just need more.
Yeah, well, we don't need us. They need the white people to go after their own white people.
Angelique Jolie is white.
They need to talk to him.
Meryl Streep is white. Meryl Streep is white.
No,
Angela Jolie is white. Okay. Bruce Springsteen went hard at the Trump. Robert De Niro goes hard at the Trump.
Oh yeah, Robert
so he
De
has
Niro
white. He has white. Bruce Springsteen goes hard. We have white allies with money and power going after Trump. We do.
Yeah. We just need, like you said, we just need more of it, and we just need to keep it going. We can't give up.
No, we can't give up. Yes.
All right. Well, once again, the message for the show is for Black people to come together, and as Highly Favored said, we are stronger together. We know we're stronger together. But there are more of us that are literally scared to lose their money, to lose their, you know what I mean? Like I mentioned all the time about what's the guy that started FUBU that's worth
Damon John.
Damon John. He liked a tweet from Louis Farrakhan back, like a couple years ago at DMX's funeral. Louis Farrakhan tweeted something about the funeral, and he liked it. That's all he did. And the Jewish community came after him really hard, and he had to take the tweet down and apologize.
But that's
he didn't take it down
because he's controlled.
He didn't take it down?
What tweet?
I said he didn't have to. He has enough money to live the rest of his life.
A couple of years ago.
It was a couple of years ago at DMX's funeral. Louis
at DMX's funeral,
yeah, you can look it up. Louis Farrakhan sent out a tweet saying how nice it was, and just complimented the whole service. And Damon John liked it. He liked the tweet, and they came after him, and he had to take the tweet down and apologize.
Because they
for liking a tweet.
Yes, for liking the tweet. He didn't say anything about it. He just liked it.
But he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to. He did it because he was scared. They came after Bill Clinton too because he stood on stage with Louis Farrakhan at Aretha Franklin's funeral, and they came after Bill Clinton. But Aretha Franklin wanted Louis Farrakhan at her funeral, and he was there. And Bill Clinton was on stage because he was good friends with Aretha Franklin, and they came after Bill Clinton. You think Bill Clinton gave a shit?
First of all, we don't care about Bill Clinton.
I'm just saying. I'm making a fact. I was making a fact. Making a statement.
But here's Brian. My point is, Damon John is worth $400 million. The man is worth $400 million.
Endorsements. It could be endorsements. It's not literally cash in his pocket. Because if you were the man like that, you shouldn't be able to have to take back a tweet and apologize just for liking. Just like the young man Irvin, the basketball player, he just retweeted. He liked it a movie or a book or something, and they shut his ass down. So now, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Okay, so they can't do that. Okay, when the man owns you and signs your checks, you better shut your goddamn mouth because we're giving you your reparations just by letting you be here and have that money in your pocket. Okay?
So what Carl is saying, okay, he's worth $400 million. So he pissed off some Jewish people and they take some money from him. At the end of the day, he's still worth $200 million. That's still enough money to have a good life for you and your family.
He don't care about that because if that was the case, he wouldn't have took the tweet down and started a apology tour trying to say, I'm sorry. He should have just left it up there and just took the loss. But they're not going to do that because they love money. And you got to remember, a lot of these people were poor before. They don't want to be poor no more. So they will kiss the ass of the slave master if they have to keep their money in their pocket.
Right. Last time I checked, $200 million ain't poor.
You know what I'm talking about.
Kanye West was a billionaire until he pissed off the Jewish people. And like Carl said, he's only worth $400 million right now. That's still a lot of money to be worth. $400 million.
Those are the most dangerous people, Carl. Kev, those are the most dangerous people that have money and they not starving. But they will feel like they starving. White people are like that. You know that. They like that right now. Yeah. They holding on to their money. They feel like they're going to always keep having money because they want their power. Money is power.
Yeah. Kev, I'm afraid Tiffany's 100.
I mean, you know, him and Michelle are from Chicago. Oprah had her studio. Oprah had her studio in Chicago. They need to come out and protest this bullshit happening in Chicago. All right, I'm done. Robot's done.
Oprah won't even come out and protest for regular stuff. Okay? She won't even come out and protest for regular stuff. Please. I'm not worried about Oprah or her best friend Gail. Okay? They can stay their rich asses right where they at. And I'm not going to disrespect because I don't want my mother telling me I got to apologize. Okay?
All right, we're going to wrap it up now for real. Tiffany, I 100% agree with you. I know we talk all the time about togetherness and black people coming together. But those black people, the black person with 100 million wants 200 million. Damon John had 400 million. He's trying to get 800 million.
Yeah.
He's trying to lose 1 penny. You know what I mean?
Not one dime over our black ass.
No.
Nah.
No. So
unfortunately.
Yeah, so Kev, I hear you. Yeah, 200 million is still enough to, you know what I mean? Still enough to survive on. But when you got that kind of money, you're trying to get more. You're not trying to lose anything. You know, anything on that. So
that's that rich white man reality. That's how they feel. They're not going to lose one dime. Okay.
All right, Brian. Thank you for coming on the show, brother. We truly appreciate
Brian,
it.
thank you
People
for
that watch
coming
the
on.
show appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, say thank you to your wife for giving us, loaning you. Are you the man in your house, Kevin? I mean, Brian, you say I'm doing this show and don't say nothing to me and go find something to do, honey. Is that you put your foot down?
See, I'm gonna tell you, if she wasn't sitting right there looking at me, I'd act like, I do what I want to do. But she's sitting right over here. She said, "You want to come say? You want to come wave at everybody?"
Yeah, please. We have. Please. Is she coming?
Yeah, here she comes. Yeah. This is Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
I know.
Hey, Stacy.
I don't mind sacrificing his time.
Oh, you don't?
Okay,
all
right.
Is
so awesome. So
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Stacy. We appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I had to be real. You know, I could front, but nah, she's sitting right there. She's sitting there looking at me like, you better not.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, you should have messed us up and brought a snow bunny out.
You mean like
Imagine it. Imagine it.
Yeah,
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Brian's wife was a snow bunny. She just waved.
Kevin said you should have messed this up and brought out a snow bunny. She's like,
She a black queen.
Tiffany hair would have stood up like Don King, boy. Tiffany would have lost it.
My whole head would have been like, no, you did, Brian.
I'd have been sleeping in the backyard.
All right, brother. Good man.
All right, people. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Brian, love you, brother. Tiffany, love you. Kevin, love you. Love you guys.
Love you back, man.
Thank you so much. All right, brother.
You guys back.
All right.
I love this show. Thank you, Brian. Peace and love, man.
All right, man.
Peace and love to you too.
All right.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. In a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all the schools. Gave us brainwashed education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.